How's it going, E-Tribe? Hope y'all are doing great. This is E-Vlog coming to you live. And welcome, finally welcome on this subject. Who is a better world-class player between L.Messi or Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo? Who is a better world-class player? Now, before I go in, let me just say that first of all, let me say shout out to each and every one of you E-Tribes for supporting this subject. Shout out to each and every one of you that supported this subject, which I will talk about soon enough. This is a topic in its own, and as long as you are a football fan, I know that this is a topic that you probably had with either a family member of yours or a friend of yours. And if you are a fan of any of these players, I'm sure that it must have been a pretty heated argument, because it is a good argument. Who is a better world class player? Now, I want us to pay attention to that title because it will determine this subject. Who is a better world class player? And which also gives me the opportunity to let you guys know that I am neither a super fan of these players. I am neither a super fan of these players, which what I'm trying to say is I'm not a fan of theirs, but if I see them playing, I watch them. I admire these two players, right? That's what I would say for sure. I admire these two players, the work that they have put in, their work ethic, their perseverance, right? What they have brought to the football genre. These two players have done so much. They have accomplished so much. They have my ultimate respect. I'm saying that right now. They have my ultimate respect for what they have done. And I say this with affirmation. All right? They have my respect. But I'm not a super fan of any of them. So which kind of puts me in a better position on this subject, because I'm not going to show favor to any of them. Okay? Now, before we go in, let me first of all talk about your perspective, because I really appreciated you guys for kind of providing me with your perspective. So let me pull this out. Let's see here. Because I posted this subject in my community tab, and I really appreciate how you E-Tribes responded. So 56 votes on this subject. Okay, we got 56 votes on this subject, and out of those 56 votes, we have 84% that wanted to have this conversation, and 16% they don't really feel it, which I can totally understand due to the fact that what I do 100% of the time on this channel is anime. And in the comment box here, shout out to Edmund. Edmund replied and said, L.Messi, he's definitely more skilled. Mr. King Drago 101, shout out to you for your perspective. This is like asking who is better between Jason versus Michael Myers. But in all seriousness, probably Messi, because I just think he has longer reach from what I have seen, and he's more agile. Okay? Shout out to you, Mr. King Drago 101, for providing me with your perspective, and we will go a little lowered here. Let's see if I can get out of this. Okay. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Let me give you a love over there on YouTube. And I'm kind of trying to, okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. That's what I'm trying to get exit here. So yesterday, before I posted this vote to have you guys let me know if you guys want to participate on this vote or if you guys want to hear my perspective, my thoughts on the vote, I first posted a picture here, or more or less a post, and I asked C.Ronaldo versus Messi, who is a better world-class player. And on the comment side here, now I'm doing this for a reason, okay? Know that. Pro Gamer, shout out to you for giving me your perspective. Pro Gamer said Messi, and it's not even close. Thank you for giving me your thoughts there. Manuel Medina, shout out to you for giving me your opinion. He says Ronaldo individually, but when it comes to complementing with the team, Messi is better. Okay, what he's trying to say is individually Ronaldo is better, but when it comes to teamwork and collaborating with teammates, that Messi is a little better than Ronaldo on that. Thank you so much. Shout out to you once again, Manuel. Shout out to you, Mr. Woods. Let's see what he says. Ronaldo, strongest point is his scoring, yet Messi always scores as much as him, sometimes less or obvious, and on top of that, got the most assists in the league and creates a ton of chances for his team. And Messi got away more goals than Ronaldo, where he passes 3+ defenders. Messi is better, and it's really not as close as people think. Thank you so much for giving me your thoughts there, Mr. Woods. And Mau, shout out to you, Mau. Messi is one of a kind. He's the type of player you get every 50 to 100 years. Cristiano is a phenomenal athlete and player. He's a hard worker. He's a machine, but he's not a genius like Messi. He's not as gifted as he is. I really liked how you constructed your point of view there, Mau182. Thank you so much for giving me your perspective. Let's keep going. Oh, Mr. Woods is not done here. Man, Mr. Woods is on the road on this. Mr. Woods says again here, Ronaldo's strongest point is his... Okay, I think we've already read this part. All right, shout out to you, Mr. Woods. Thank you. And Kuharjuo, Ronaldo is more complete in his role as a striker and clean. Messi is a genius, and his strong points are just abnormally high. Hard to compare. Basically, the perfect forward versus an alien. All right, okay, shout out to you there. And Nick Jovan, shout out to you. Messi is better in my opinion, and the stats and analytics shows it. The best way to sum it up is that when you see Ronaldo play, you say, wow. But when you see Messi play, you say, how? I gotta say, that is an interesting concept right there. The way you're laying it out like that, that's very, very admirable. I like that. All right. When you see Messi play, you say, how? They are both GOATs and are definitely Nuba, or I think he's trying to say number one and number two players of all time. Thank you there, Nick Jovan and PK Nagato. PK doesn't want to diversify his perspective. He just said it with one word, CR7, which is Cristiano Ronaldo, because he doesn't feel the need to talk more about it or to give his perspective on what he thinks about this. But I would have appreciated if you have given me more of your opinion on this, Nagato. And Kevin Guerrero, shout out to you. Kevin Guerrero, exactly like just like Nagato, doesn't want to waste too much time diversifying his opinion or giving more opinion of his. He just said CR7, which stands for Cristiano Ronaldo. And Salah Shinigami or Shimigami AMV, shout out to you. He said, I don't know, not a fan of football, fam. Much appreciated for giving me your thoughts on that. I do understand. Asakura How, actually. Sorry about it. Asakura How. Asakura says, always Messi. I wish that you could have diversified your opinion a little further. Pack, okay, I can't read that. Okay, but shout out to you, brother. The last name here is Kombitob. He says Ronaldo. Shout out to you. And Asta. Shout out to you. As always, Asta said Cristiano. All right. There you have it. Now, I really appreciated you guys that supported the comments box when I first posted this in my community tab. Thank you guys so much for commenting and giving me your opinion. Now, let me get out of here. Okay. And I see on the comment here, Steve Smith, shout out to you. Thanks for coming in. And Sasuke Uchiha, thanks for coming in. And so here comes my perspective on this. First, I'm going to start with Lionel Messi here. Lionel Messi started in FC Barcelona. It was or still is the club that introduced him to each and every one of us. None of us knew who Messi was. At least 90% of the fans, of football fans, had no knowledge that he existed until he went through the academy. Right? He went through his academy in Barcelona, or let me say FC Barcelona to be exact. And Barcelona made him a star. And he still plays for Barcelona. And when this boy gets on that field, when he gets in there, just like you guys said, you will look at him and say, how does he effing does it? How does he do it? When he gets in there, he is unstoppable. He is good in what he does. And when he is in his absolute best, he is just unstoppable. And he works well with his team, right? The way he collaborates with his team and the way they move the ball on the field, it is just crisp. Okay? He is good in what he does. And Messi has stayed there, I forgot how long. If you guys know how long he stayed there, please feel free to comment on the box there, on live stream comment box. He stayed there for a very long time, ever since almost every one of us have known Messi. He has stayed in that club and he has done well for himself, and he's never transitioned to any other team except Barcelona. Now, when it comes to his club, this man is just, he blows your mind what he does. But when it comes to performing for his country, which is Argentina, I got to say that based on his performance playing for Argentina has been poor thus far. Now, before I go in, let me say that both Argentina and Portugal, neither of these countries has won the World Cup ever since these two gentlemen started playing for them. Right? If I'm mistaken, you can feel free to correct me, but I believe ever since both Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo has started playing for Portugal, they haven't won the World Cup. But the thing is, one performance, overall performance, one of them outperforms the other one. And that's why we're here. So when it comes to Messi, like I said, when it comes to his performance with his country, Argentina, his performance haven't been that great. Okay, it is quite poor. And other than that, this man is just awesome when he gets on that field. He is just unstoppable, right? When you watch him play, you just cannot understand or believe how he does what he does. He is unbeatable. In order for you to get hold of Messi, most of the time that I've watched him, in order for you to apprehend him, in order for a defender to get the ball off him, you got to foul him to get that ball. That's just how good he is. Let me say that again. For a defender to get the ball out of Messi, once he gets that ball, once he goes on that skillfulness of his, once he gets in there, in order for defenders to get hold of him, they're going to have to foul him. Otherwise, you can't get the ball off him. Now, moving on to Cristiano Ronaldo. Before Ronaldo got recruited or got signed to Manchester United, I think there's a club that he played for, right? Before transitioning to Manchester United. If you guys know that club, I think it's FC Portuguese or whatever, FC Portugal. You know, he played there, and sooner or later, before you know what's going on, he got signed into Manchester. Manchester United was where Cristiano Ronaldo was born. Manchester United is the club that made him famous, right? That put him on the map. We didn't know who Cristiano Ronaldo was up until he got signed in Manchester United. At least 90% of the football fans had no idea that he existed until that club. And when he started on that club, he was dynamite. He did great. He did awesome. And to use your words as well, he is like a machine. A machine that when he starts, you just cannot catch him. You just can't control him. And, you know, as cocky as he is, or as cocky he may be on the field, he backs it up with his actions. He backs it up with everything he does. So after Manchester United, he transitioned to Real Madrid. And as he transitioned, he never stopped. He continued to get better and better and better and better. He continues to improve himself each and every step of the way. He played for Real Madrid for quite some time. And then after Real Madrid, he then transitioned to Juventus. And I believe that's where he still is, even at this point in time. If I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me. Because, you know, Just let me know in the comment box. But I believe I'm much right on that. He's still in Juventus. And as he transitioned from club to club, this guy never stopped. He gets better and better and better and better and better. And when you look at the collaboration between him and his teammates, it is acceptable. It is quite well. It is quite good. His assistance and everything. It is great. And when it comes to playing for Portugal, which is his country, his performance there is acceptable because I believe Portugal won the Euro Cup, right? Right? Portugal won the Euro Cup, but we're not here to talk about Euro Cup because I'm sure you guys are gonna, in the end, when we're done, you guys are probably gonna use that and talk about that to use it as a debate. But Portugal did win the Euro Cup, but Euro Cup is different from World Cup, so we're here to talk about World Cup. So when it comes to playing for Portugal, his performance is acceptable, a little bit better than Messi's performance. If I'm wrong on this, you guys can let me know in the comment box, but I believe the performance between Messi in Argentina versus Cristiano Ronaldo in Portugal, I believe Cristiano Ronaldo outperforms Messi in terms of playing for his country. Now, which brings us to the main meat here. After all of this, I say that in my opinion, that Cristiano Ronaldo is a little bit better than Messi. Before you jump the guns, let me diversify what I just said. I believe that Cristiano Ronaldo is a better world-class player because we remember the title. I said this in the beginning. Pay attention to the title of this video. Okay, pay attention to it. World-class player. Now, in my opinion, in order for you to be a world-class player, right? In order to be a solidified world-class player, your performance isn't and will not only be based on the club that you play in, because that's just club, right? That's just playing in your club. That's not playing in the grandest stage of them all, which is the World Cup, which is FIFA World Cup. That is undoubtedly the grandest stage of them all, right? If a player performs in the club and also performs in the World Cup, even though the performance is not the same, but as long as it is reasonable and it is acceptable, that kind of makes you better fitted to be classified as a world-class player. And not just that, the reason why I gave this to Cristiano Ronaldo is simply because he has transitioned from one club to the next. As he transitions, he continues to get better and better and better. He continues to improve himself each and every time, right? Non-stop. And we know each time you transition, you're no longer playing with the same team that you played before. Now you're going to have to learn your team, read their chemistry, understand how they play, right? Understand their thoughts, understand how they move. Everything goes into it, right? You need to adjust and readjust yourself once again, right? And Cristiano Ronaldo has done that time and time and time again. Unlike Messi, who have stayed in the same club for so long, which is also the reason why it's now questionable for anyone who knows anything about football, for anyone who watches football to question, because he doesn't perform the same way he performs in his club. He doesn't perform the same way playing for Argentina, which is now questionable. That the fact that he has stayed there so long and he has gotten used to the people that he plays with, it has made him a better player, but at the same time, out of that circle, out of his comfort zone, he does not perform as he performs within his comfort zone. Cristiano Ronaldo has gone out of his comfort zone, and he showed that no matter which zone that he goes in, no matter which team that he plays in, he is just that damn good. No matter which team he plays in, he's just that damn good. He will always do what he does best, no question. But when it comes to Messi, he has stayed in there for a long time. Don't get me wrong, Messi's team perform the way he collaborates with his team in Barcelona outweighs Cristiano Ronaldo's team player skills. But that can also be argued, because if Cristiano Ronaldo has stayed in Manchester City for as long as Messi has stayed in Barcelona, I bet you it will be the same thing. He will probably be the same or have the same skill like Messi, if not better than Messi. Because when you play for a certain group for a long time, you guys can read each other's history. You guys can know what each other is thinking before they even think it, right? You will understand each other before, man. And again, we see that. We see Messi do that. We see that with Messi's skills, how he moves, because he is so, and again, the field, the area, his comfort zone, which is Barcelona, his home, or maybe let me say his second home, because his first home is Argentina, his second home is Barcelona, but for the sake of argument, let's just say his home. Because to be there for how long? More than a decade now? To be there for that long, that is more or less your home, right? So it makes sense. Of course, he must do what he does on the field, because the people that he plays with, he's almost like a family member at this point, right? Which is the reason why he is so skillful in his own rights when he plays for Barcelona. Now, until he transitions from Barcelona to another team, I got to say, with all due respect, and I'm saying this with humility, right? With all due respect, until he transitions from Barcelona to another team and he plays for another team, and we, the football fans, watch and see what he does, until then, I got to give this to Cristiano Ronaldo just based on what I just said, or based on the things that I just said, all the points that I've made. And these are crucial points. In order to be a world-class player, you cannot be judged based on your club performance. You cannot be just based on your club performance, right? Everything has to be involved. Your club performance and your performance playing for your country, which is, if not the most important, okay? If not the most important, because World Cup is the grandest stage of them all. Nothing beats World Cup. And I believe sometime last week I did make a post. Which event is bigger, World Cup or the Olympics? And you guys gave me your perspective on that, which I appreciate so much. Okay, so there you have it, folks. I'm going to go to the comment box here to see what you guys are saying. Oh my God, the comment box is full. Now we can talk it out. Now you guys can give me your perspective. and I can take it in, and I will also give you my perspective on what I think on this very subject. Okay? Okay, Steve Smith says here Ronaldo has more goals, but always remember that he is 3 years older and has played more than 100 games more than Messi. Now, you see, I didn't know that. You see, there's a reason why I did not look at the statistics. I didn't want to look at the statistics. I didn't judge. If you watched what I just said, if you listened to all the points that I've made, none of them came from statistics, who played more games, who scored more goals. I'm sure you all already know that. So I avoided all of that. I gave my perspective just based on what I know and what, if not all of you guys are thinking, even Messi fans as well, right? So Cristiano Ronaldo has played more games than Messi. And let's not forget, Cristiano Ronaldo is 3 years older than Messi, which, it doesn't really matter. 3 years older or 3 years difference is not that much, if you ask me. 3 years difference, not that much. It's fine. So let's continue. Steve Smith says again, also internationally, Sonel Chitri has more goals than Messi, but we don't value those goals as much because those goals are scored against weak countries. Well, I guess so. Andy, shout out to you. Thanks for coming in. Yo, man, how you doing? I'm doing great. Asta says, it's more impressive seeing Ronaldo continue to dominate in football at his age and still have his crazy athletic abilities. I would like to see Messi leave La Liga and go to a more difficult league. Okay. Okay. Which is what I'm saying, right? La Liga, that is a Spanish league. That's a Barcelona league, right? If I'm not mistaken. Okay. And Steve Smith says, same goes with Ronaldo. Ben Schorchfield, thanks for coming in. Ben says Messi is better. More goals per game. More assists per game. More trophies. Better passer, finisher, and dribbler. Also, his Champions League record against English teams is unbelievable. Now, Ben, I appreciate you giving that perspective and saying that. When it comes to, remember, this is who is a better world class. Okay? A better world class player. That's what this is. If this is more who performs better in their various club perspective, hands down, Messi will beat Ronaldo with tears dropping out of Ronaldo's eyes. But it is still arguable for the fact that Messi has stayed in the same league for a very long time and has never transitioned out of that league. Still is questionable, still leaves doubts in the minds of the footballers and the fans. If he goes out of there, let's say he goes from Barcelona to a different league, English league, right? Then we'll get to know what he's made out of. Then we know what he can do, right? But for the fact he's still in that perspective, of course, all the attributes that you gave me, they are on point and they are great, right? All the attributes are awesome. But this is more of who has performed and has continued to perform regardless of where they are, right? And Steve Smith, thank you for coming in again and said 41% of his goals are against countries ranked lower than 100 in FIFA. Okay. And Ben said here, it's never is Messi better than Ronaldo? The question is always Ronaldo better than Messi. Okay. And Sasuke Uchiha said here, I think 17 or 18 years. Okay. Okay, let me go to the recent comments here. Adavi says Messi is a genius though. The ball sticks to his foot, breeze past players and with ease. Yes, I totally understand where you're coming from, and like I said, Messi is awesome. In Barcelona and Barcelona alone. Okay, he is awesome in Barcelona and Barcelona alone, but when he transitions out of Barcelona, his performance is very, very weak, right? Compared to what this man can do on the field, what I've seen him do. Trust me, I've watched him many, many times. Compared to what he can do when he transitions out of his comfort zone, his performance is quite weak. Ben says, EVlog, my friend, Messi is great for Argentina. He would have won a World Cup if his teammates scored the chance he gave him. Now, I understand what you're saying here, Ben, that Messi would have won the World Cup if when he assists his teammates, and that's what this is all about, though, right? That's what this is all about. Transitioning from your comfort zone to another team. When it comes to Ronaldo, Ronaldo has done that time and times again. Now, all that I hear is excuses about Messi here, because when it comes to Ronaldo, he has done that time and time again without questions. He's done it over no matter what team he goes to. His assistance is quite well, and when he plays for his country as well, it is almost as the same as when he plays in his club. Like, once again, for the fact that Messi has never transitioned from one club to another, that has put doubts in all our mind, in all the footballers, all the fans, right? Whether you are a Messi fan or not a Messi fan, there's always that question out there. If he leaves that club and transitions to another league, how will his performance be? And that is a strong doubt, right? That's a strong doubt right there. And Ben says only, okay, let's see here. Someone else commented, Adavi, people forget that CR7 can do what Messi does with the skills and taking players on, but he adapted. He adapted his style to be more direct so he can score more goals. Yes, indeed. Cristiano Ronaldo has, man, let's talk like his agility, right? His athleticism, right? The way he moves, and he is very, very strong on the field, right? The way he does his stuff, it is just amazing. And his style of play, although he is cocky, right? He may be as cocky as hell, but the thing is, it's something to be cocky and not back it up, right? But when you back up cockiness with the real deal, it's just good. Like, I can't even be mad at him. I can't be mad at Cristiano Ronaldo, how cocky he is, but he backs it up. And I feel, and I kind of know that the older he gets, the more he is more calmer. He, tightens down that cockiness of his. But here and there, it slips out. Okay? It slips out here and there. Asta asked, who will you be rooting for in World Cup 2022? That is next year. That is next year. I don't know just yet. I don't know. When I see all the players or all the countries that are participating, hopefully my country will be there as well. If my country is there, I will definitely, my country will be number one. And and if they lose, then I'll pick another team that I will be ruling for. And Asta says Messi has been a part of a super team from the beginning of his career, which made it easier for him to thrive immediately. That's exactly what I said. That is exactly what I said. For the fact that Messi has been on the same team for so long, of course he will pick up. Of course he's gonna do what he does best. Of course he's gonna good with dribbling. Of course, because when you have a team and you guys are more like family, right? When you have a team and you guys are more like family, right? Like mentally, psychologically, and physically, it motivates you, right? It motivates you to be so comfortable on the field, and you will not care about what the defenders are gonna do to you because you know that your family will be there to back you up no matter what. Which is the reason why, or one of the reasons why, Messi does what he does best on the field, and he doesn't care because if you touch him, he's gonna fall. And when he falls, if it is in the penalty box, a free penalty kick right there. So that I admire so much about him, the way he works with his team. It is impeccable, right? It is awesome the way he works with his team. I admire that very, very much. Exams tomorrow, but this live stream is more important. Thank you, Steve. Mau, thanks for coming in. I don't think moving to another team should be Messi's weak point. He's been playing in the same level for years. His teammates come and go, but he stays consistent. Well, that's a good point that you brought up. As time goes on, Barcelona will sell their players and bring new players in. But the same thing still applies. When you stay in a team for a very, very long time, you become almost, let me not say God, or let me not say you get the respect that no other players will get on the team. Remember when Gerrard stayed in Liverpool for so long? Remember when Thierry Henry stayed in Arsenal for so long, right? You get ultimate respect, and every new player that come in will want to work with you and will give you the ball. Even if they know that they might be able to do a little bit better with the ball, they will feed you the ball because you have their respect. And they know that for the fact that you have stayed there for so long and you are the captain of the team, what you say matters to the company, right? Like Messi, what he says to Barcelona matters. What he says to the manager matters. What he says to the executives matters. His opinions are well valued. You know what I mean? So there's no way any new fresh kid or any new fresh player will not give you that respect because they know that your say-so matters. If Messi feels uncomfortable with a player, all he needs to do is to complain to the management and the player will be benched. Like you get what I'm saying, right? The player will be, I'm not sure if he has done that, probably not, right? I'm sure he hasn't. This is just me speculating, right? Trying to let you guys know that for the fact that he has stayed there, even though that Barcelona will sell players and sign in new players, for the fact that he has stayed there for so long, his say-so still matters regardless. Okay. Captain Josie. If I butchered that name, my apologies. He says, in my opinion, both are amazing in their roles. Messi as a creator, Ronaldo as an enforcer. It's hard to say which one is better. Well, remember the topic. Remember the topic. Remember the title. Who is a better world-class player? That means who has performed in their club and have done the same playing for their country, which is World Cup, which is the grandest stage of them all. It's almost like when you talk about WrestleMania, for you fans that watch or that still watch wrestling. It's been a long time I've watched wrestling because it's no longer the same. Ever since the 90s, it has gone down. You know what I mean? But it's just like WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all. You know, every wrestler wants to perform and outperform themselves in the grandest stage of them all. That's the reason why the promotions that go behind WrestleMania is just up there. That's the reason why the promotions that go behind FIFA World Cup is just right there, right? Technically, to go back a little bit, technically, the Olympics should be bigger than the World Cup, just based on how many events that it holds, right? Technically, it should be bigger because you have 200 countries, if not more, right? You have 200 countries, if not more, participating in the Olympics. And it gives the Olympics or countries that are not able to always participate in the World Cup the ability to, or the opportunity to shine for their country. But for the fact that the Olympics, their events are spread so thin, no one has time to watch all those sports. People in Africa or in other areas of this world that, you know, let me just focus on Africa for now. People in Africa don't give a crap about winter sports, about swimming, right? They might give a crap about high jump, long jump, track and field, shot puts, and all of that. They might watch that, but they're not gonna watch ice skating competition. They're not gonna watch diving in the water, or they will watch football. That's what they will do all day, all night. Right? People in Africa can literally create football out of a plastic bag and play it. I have done it. I am one of them. And I'm speaking from experience here. Right? And again, the promotion behind the Olympics is not as good as World Cup. One thing that makes World Cup what it is, let me tell you, it's not even just the World Cup itself. After World Cup, players go to their respective clubs. You get Champions League, you get UEFA, right? That's Champions League. You get English League, which is the Premier League. You get all this league that plays, which uses it to show superstars, like to show players. Because without clubs, we wouldn't have known Cristiano Ronaldo nor Messi. You know what I mean? You get Champions League, you get Premier League, and all this other league that plays, which uses it to fuel players and to build them up. And after the Champions League, or the or the English League, which is the Premier League, and the other leagues, then you get, and then it's gonna go on, and then you get European League, right? All those events, and then you get World Cup qualifiers. Every district of every country will qualify, will participate, right, in their various districts to qualify to play in the World Cup, right? All that events, all those events that goes on, and then when all that is done, then you get the grandest stage of them all, which is the World Cup itself. So what makes World Cup World Cup? What makes it big is not just the World Cup itself. It's what goes on before the World Cup happens. Now, when the Olympics are participating to see who will qualify, or when the countries are participating to see who will qualify to go to the Olympics, none of us watches that. Okay. Now, guys, for some reason, my OBS disconnected for about 5 seconds and now it's back. Okay, my OBS disconnected for 5 seconds and now it's back. So if you guys are good, give me 555 so that I can continue. If you guys are good, give me 555. All right. Thank you, Asta. So that's what makes World Cup World Cup. Now let's read more of your comments here. Pro Gamer, Messi smashes the Premier League team in the Champions League. Well, it goes back to the same point that I made, that Messi has been in one spot for a while and he should do what he does, right? He should be able to do as great as he does. He should be able to do well. He should be able to do the amazing things that he does, right, in his club. But if he transitions out, of that club, how will his performance be? That's what this is all about. That's where the doubt is coming from. Because when he plays outside his comfort zone, he doesn't perform as much as he does in his club. Okay. Manu 182 says you have to be at your best to stay in a team such as Barcelona for such a long time. That's true. You achieve legend status. Messi's word has a lot of weight in the team. Indeed, of course it does. Messi's say-so matters a lot to Barcelona because he's been there for a long time. And if one says, oh, you gotta be at your best and in your absolute best, right? To be in one team for such a long time, well, of course you got to be. Because everything will be catered around you. As Messi plays, think about it. Watch all his matches. Everything is catered around Messi. Now, I'm not knocking Messi or anything. No, not even close. That's not what I'm doing here. But I'm just stating the facts, right? I'm not knocking him. I'm not knocking Barcelona in any way, shape, or form. I'm just stating the simple facts, right? I'm just stating the simple facts. If you watch his matches, everything is catered around Messi. And at this point in time, to stay there for so long, he says so matters to the team. If he doesn't like something, they will change it. Remember way back when Gerrard was in Liverpool. He says so matters. And all the players that came in or that goes and comes, they respect him. They respect Gerrard to the core because of his accomplishments and what he has done on Liverpool. So as Thierry Henry, staying there for quite some time, when players comes and goes, when they respect him, right? So Messi says so matters. And that's the reason why everything is catered around him, right? Because if he doesn't like anything, Barcelona would try in their best efforts to fix it. And indeed, they should try in their best efforts to fix it. Because this is a guy that makes them money, right? This is a guy that his analyst, the way he analyzes his moves and the way he does what he does, it is just awesome. He makes them money, so they must please him, right? So if you guys have any other points to bring or to throw on this subject, please feel free to do so. But other than that, I get to say that it is just obvious who is better in terms of better world-class player, who is more suited to be given that role as a better world-class player. Undoubtedly, it must be Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, like I said before, until Messi transitions from one team to another or even moves from Spanish league to English league, right? Until he does that, it's still questionable. Now, if in the next World Cup, all right, let me say this, if in the next World Cup Messi performs or outperforms Cristiano Ronaldo, I will retrace what I just said. If in the next World Cup, I'm not sure if Messi will be participating, but let's hope that his country makes it and he will be playing. If anything, these two gentlemen, the next World Cup will probably, maybe, I may be wrong, maybe their last. I'm not sure, okay? I'm not sure, but the next World Cup will be crucial for both of these gentlemen. The next World Cup will be crucial for both of them because none of their countries has won the World Cup ever since they started playing. So you rest assured know that in their mind, they gotta say, you know what? But then again, they can't do it alone, right? They still need their teammates to help them out. But in that aspect of World Cup performance, Cristiano Ronaldo outperformed Messi each and every time. And Cristiano Ronaldo, no matter where he goes, he continues to perform and perform and perform once again. No matter which position he plays, no matter which club that he goes in, he just gets better and better and better. Nothing stops him. He's unstoppable, right? He's like a machine. I believe one of you guys said he's a machine. I forgot who said that. All right. Messi is Barcelona's spoiled child, but in a good way, they do everything to please him, to make him comfortable. This same in Argentina. Now, one thing I want to say as well, what you said is true, Mau 118. What you said is true. When it comes to the club, players, let's just say if a new player comes in Barcelona or gets signed to play for Barcelona and Messi is there, the player will do everything to make sure that he does not upset Messi in any way, shape, or form because he says so matters. But because I heard you say, or I see you say there, he also gets pleased, or Argentina make sure that they also please him. I got to tell you this, when it comes to the World Cup, it is the grandest stage of them all. Whatever a player does in the World Cup, it carries far, it goes far. You know what I mean? It is the grandest stage of them all. When it comes to World Cup, players are not looking if you are Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. Everyone is trying to shine in the World Cup. Let's say a player who is not making as much as Messi or who is not in a decorated club like Messi is, if he gets in that World Cup and he has a chance to perform, he will take that chance. Which is the reason why Messi isn't performing as he performs in his club when it comes to the World Cup. Because when it comes to the World Cup, everyone is trying to be in their absolute best and to do their best to shine and to perform. Yes, they will work as a team, but they will not be bowing to Messi when it comes to the World Cup. I don't think I don't think that's the case. That will never be the case, right? The management may please Messi, but the players themselves are not looking to please Messi. They respect him, of course. They will respect him, right? Because he is undoubtedly, right? Undoubtedly, unarguably a legend in his own rights, right? They will respect him. But once they get on that field, they're not going to be as loyal, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, as the players in Barcelona is to Messi, which is also one of the reasons why he's not performing as he performs in his club, right? Because it's a different mind game there. It's the grandest stage of them all, and everyone is trying to perform. Pro Gamer says, when is the Berserker stream? Well, Berserk stream, sorry. I don't know. Maybe sometime this week or sometime next week, I will continue on where I left off on Berserk. Sometime this week or sometime next week for sure, but I'm not sure for this week. But continue to keep your eye out. All right, continue to keep an eye on the notification. Leo, I feel Messi would have left Barcelona this year if Sergio Aguero hadn't signed with them this season. However, Messi still hasn't signed a new contract with Barcelona yet. Well, they are probably working on an impeccable deal, because you know they've been pleasing this guy ever since he signed to Barcelona. And you know, each time they please him, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of outlets. That's a lot of promotion. There is a lot that goes with that. You know, they are probably working on a deal. And again, knowing the fact that they have pleased him time and time and time again, of course, when they throw contracts at him, he's gonna take his time, obviously. You know, even though he will end up signing the damn thing, but he will take his time because he's Messi, right? So that I'm not worried about. He will still play for Barcelona. He will still sign to play for them. Steve Smith, can you say what you exactly mean when you say world-class player? What reasons do you consider when saying who is a better world-class player? I believe I just explained that, Steve. I just explained that. The performance on both your club and in the World Cup. That is a world class. Right? Because FIFA World Cup, the World Cup is the grandest stage of them all. If a player performs in the club and doesn't perform in World Cup, that's a problem. And especially if that player has been in the same club for so long, and when he transitions out of that club and plays in a different environment, if he doesn't perform, then that is a problem. You know what I mean? Norbert 003. Ben, Messi got player of the tournament for Copa America. They have achieved the same for their country. Well, it's Copa, not FIFA. Copa is not the same as FIFA. Mayu 182. Oh yeah, definitely. The WC is the biggest showcase. Everyone wants to shine. I agree with that. They respect him, but they don't they don't idealize him like in Barcelona. Yep, I'm saying it right now. They may respect Messi in Barcelona, but when it comes to the grandest stage of them all, the FIFA World Cup, players don't play. They don't idealize any superstar, even Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's the key. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what makes this topic very, very important. Because when it comes to World Cup, Cristiano Ronaldo outperforms Messi. Even though that the players that he plays with, they will not idealize him because he is already a cocky ass guy, though he backs it up with his performance. But he's cocky. So which will even entice the players to outperform Cristiano Ronaldo because they want to shine. They want to get those bread. You know, they want to be signed to a better club. They want to be recognized. You know, but yet Cristiano Ronaldo still has his way of working with his team when it comes to World Cup, right? Better than Messi. Leo, who is the best African player today? Sila or Manu? Well, I haven't looked into both players' record and I haven't seen them play just yet because it's been quite some time I haven't watched either Premier League nor the Champions League. It's been a while. I only watched during the finals, right? So lately I haven't really checked much of it out, but I will look into that. I will look into that because before I make a judgment on who is better, I'm gonna have to go in their records, watch their matches, see how they play, and see if they have performed. If we're talking about who is a better world class player between the two gentlemen that you just mentioned, I'm gonna look into their if they've played for their country, how they performed in their country, and how they perform in their clubs because both cases needs to be looked at, right? And need to be considered in order to be a world-class player. Ben says Copa is the equivalent of the Euros. Ronaldo and Messi have achieved the same as in continental success. Neither have won the World Cup. Yeah, I said that in the beginning. None of them has won the World Cup, which is the reason why this upcoming World Cup 2022 will be very crucial for both gentlemen. It will be very, very crucial for both of them because until that happens, it will definitely solidify their record, right? It is just like an icing on the cake. You know what I mean? It will solidify their record. Leo, they both play for the same team. So that's the cool part. But the depth usually is who is more important to their team, Liverpool. Okay, I don't understand what you're trying to say there, but in all the same, folks. Oh, okay. Leo is talking about the two gentlemen, Salha and Mani. Salha is from Egypt and Mani is from Senegal. They are both 90 overalls in FIFA 21. Okay. Okay. If they both play for the same team, that is actually a good topic to touch base on. But I'm going to have to spend a good amount of time looking into their records, looking into their matches, watch how they play, watch. You said that the other one is from Senegal and the other one is from Egypt. Watch their matches in their various countries. Then that will give me who is a better world-class player. On that note, folks, I appreciate your support. I appreciate your participation on this topic. To be honest, when I threw out this topic to you guys in my community tab, I never thought that you guys would respond the way you responded, actually, because you all know what I do here is anime. But it's good time to time to talk about, you know, things outside the comfort zone. And that's what makes someone better in what they do. You know what I mean? To not only focus on one thing, but at the same time have the ability and the charisma to touch base on different subject that is outside his or her comfort zone. That's what makes someone being good or being that damn good in what they do. So from time to time, I will be talking about subject like this because this is a hot topic, whether we like it or not. Because I'm sure each and every one of you at some point you've debated or you have argued regarding these two, and I'm sure it must have been a good argument. Because I know that Messi's fan will not stand anything else but Messi is better than Ronaldo. But if you put it the way that I put it, you will see the reason why Ronaldo is a little better than Messi. Until Messi does what I just said earlier, transition from that club that he's playing in to a different club, it's still questionable if he is better than Cristiano Ronaldo. So, yep, it is Cristiano Ronaldo. And mind you, you're saying Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho is another badass out there, but that's a different topic right now. I don't think anyone is competing or any player is being put up against Ronaldinho, right? I don't think there's any players out there that is being put against Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho is just, oh man, let's not even go there. Ronaldinho is just, I have no word to describe his talent, his gift, what he does on the field. Okay. For Black Clover, I've decided to wait till the anime comes back. Okay. Because I don't want to spoil myself. You guys know me very well in terms of reactions and all of that stuff. I like my reactions to be as authentic as it will be. I don't like spoiling myself. Even I has gone to the length of, if a new anime comes out, I don't even read how many episodes is going to be. I ask you guys, and you guys see me all the time, and I'll be asking you guys, how many episodes are we getting, right? Because I try to not know too much, right? I try to avoid knowing too much information in the genre, because I want my reactions to be as authentic as possible. Now, I might go and read what kind of genre it is, right? I may read the description, which I try not to, because I want to learn everything as a new, right? Because I want my reactions to be as authentic as possible. So because of that, I'm gonna cool off on Black Clover until the anime comes out, because I don't want to spoil myself. And again, I don't want to become one of those fans that will read the manga and what happens in the manga didn't happen when it doesn't happen in the anime. I don't want to be one of those fans that will end up hating the anime itself because they pleased me in the manga but didn't please me on the anime. Just like some fans did with Record of Ragnarok. And if you guys remember, I almost read Record of Ragnarok. If you guys remember, it was in the same pool as Chainsaw Man, Record of Ragnarok, Bleach. I'm not sure if there was another manga with that made it the fourth one. I'm not sure, but those three I do remember. And you guys wanted me to read Chainsaw Man, but I went with Bleach instead. And again, I'm so glad that I did not read Chainsaw Man because I want to react to it when the anime finally comes out, right? I want to react to it. I don't want to read the manga. I don't want to spoil myself. I don't even know how many episodes we are getting. And if you pay attention to my reactions to it, I'm going to ask that question. How many episodes are we getting in Chainsaw Man? On the first episode, I'm going to ask that question because I try to not spoil myself and I want my reactions to be as authentic as it can be. You know what I mean? So, what are you saying here? If you ever need a new anime, watch Reincarnated as a Slime. Okay, thanks for pointing that out. You would like it since it's like Dr. Stone and Black Clover. Season 2 just started last week too. Slime is one of my favorite animes. Okay. What? For real? What is going? We're not gonna be getting My Villain Academia arc. Oh wow. So what does that mean? Because we still have because there are we still have about 50 more episodes to go for the for the in order to finish the fifth season, right? So what are they gonna do throughout the 15 episodes or the 14 episodes that are still out there? Are they gonna do fillers in all of it? Oh, okay. Okay. So instead of My Villain Academia arc, we will be having the Endeavor arc right now. Okay. Well, I was really looking forward for that villain arc. I was looking forward to it because the way people are talking about it, the way it's being promoted, the way, I mean, you can see the stage. Oh, and again, who is going to be the villain anyway? Because I hear My Villain Academia. Who is going to be the villain? Because it seems like this is a specific person that is going to be a villain, right? You see what I'm saying? This is exactly what I'm saying, right? It's going to be confusing. Now, for people that have read the manga, when you hear a news like this, right? When you hear a news like this, you will not be happy about it. Knowing the fact that the villain's arc comes before the Endeavor arc, and now they're giving you the Endeavor first before the villain arc, that will piss you off if you're a manga reader. You know what I mean? But thank God I didn't read any manga. Thank the creator I didn't read any manga regarding this genre. The League of Villains and Shigaraki. Okay. Yeah, because the way they have no, the way they are literally staging this arc thus far, I was really looking forward for the villain arc because the way Hawk, right, was working on both sides, but at the same time passing information to Endeavor to let him know what is about to happen and for them to get themselves ready because I believe in 14 days, right? In 14 days or so, the League of Villain will erupt, right? And the whole country, the whole town will be in chaos. So I was really, really looking forward to that. Okay, they are trying to cut all the boring parts out. Okay. All right. Well, I guess it is what it is. I'll do the reactions every Saturday if I can when it comes out. There's no biggie. On that note, stay safe and keep on keeping on.